Morning, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Frustrated to Freedom. I am Bill Morrow, your guide on your way to the answer, the freedom. Now, we've had or at least I've had a few little problems. We managed to get yesterday's through, so hopefully we've sorted out the problem. And the problem was I was only changing certain words and not the total information. So I've gone through now and cleared out everything. Right, today we have episode 58, your inner fears and beliefs. Now, this, as we go through and as you build a business, you're going to get conflict, you're going to get fears, you're going to get all sorts of problems cropping up as you go along. And this will happen to anyone who is building a business, running a business, having anything, any information, any details with the business. You'll find problems pop up all over the time. And it's okay sitting there and saying, oh, isn't this lovely, sitting in your big fat chair. But it's when the problems come along that you show your mettle, that you come to the fore, that you show your real true self. Now, this is exactly what we're doing. As we're going along, conflict comes in, we have inner fears, we've come across this before, doubts and conflicts as to what, are we doing it right, are we getting it right? In most cases, only time will tell. In fact, in just about everything you do, it relates to the finished product is if you're building a house or something like that. But if you're building a business, then your finished product may just be the front of the shop or something like that. The real test is getting customers in and getting them to convert their footfalls into customers, exchange and money in your business. That's the whole point of it. So your beliefs, your inner fears are, am I doing it right? Can I do it right? Is this the correct way? These are the sort of things that will be going on. So the number one thing we have to have is self-belief. We've got to believe in ourselves. You've got to believe what you're doing is the correct way. And you are going to get there in the end. Yes, you're going to get little problems all the way, as I said. Conflicts of interest. Now, this morning I'm diverting to a different book this time. And the book, instead of working with Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, we're now going on to Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And this shows a different approach to the same sort of thing, in the fact of when they were bringing up their children, how the different people, the rich dad related to telling his children exactly what to do with money and how to invest the money and so forth. And the poor dad's idea was, well, no, save that. So there was no such thing as investing and so forth. Different approach to different people. And also it turns out that you did not have to have the higher education to be able to have the knowledge to gain the money. So the big thing here that happened in this particular one, the higher educated people had the education but didn't have the acumen, didn't have the ability to produce the money. Whereas the bloke with the poorer education started to fight for his desires and started to fight for his rights and built up the specialist knowledge that he required and made it work. So there's the difference between the two. One started off with nothing, then he built it up because he saw his objective, he knew where he was going, and that's exactly what he did. So you have two different people. So it does not relate to the information you have now, it relates to how you're going to use the information. So you can have all the education in the world, and simply, as I said before, you don't sit on or stand on the corner and wait for people to put money in your hand just because I've got a higher education. Oh, good for you. Well done. Go on your job. Yes, you decide that what you're going to do with your life, and then you go out and you do it. And we have all this process. We know the process. And it's, again, we're continually telling our subconscious, inner self, subconscious, we can call it what we want, we know what it is. We're now telling them what we have done and how much we have gained. And we keep putting this information in all the time into our subconscious. And the next stage is we think clearly in pictures. So we think clearly exactly where we're going and what we're doing, and we see the money, we see the bank accounts, we see the bottom line on the bank statements and things like that, and say, that is the money that you have in your account. So that's what you're doing. The knowledge, the specialist knowledge, is something we gain by reading our books, by listening to blokes waffling. By now you should be getting all this information and knowing exactly where it's going. And it is going in there, and it is telling your subconscious, because related to everything around you, the subconscious is the thing that takes action. It is the thing that actually completes everything. You have, say, depression. If you get to this stage where your inner beliefs and your fears catch up with you, depression is a passing feeling. It's nothing cancerous, it's nothing terrible. It's a depression is something that oh damn it, I missed the bus or whatever that is. That's depression. So here's another one. On we get, away we go. Depression is a passing feeling. It does not stay there. And your subconscious won't allow it to stay there. Your subconscious keeps bringing everything to the surface for your benefit. Remember, it is the greatest friend you've got. You are never completely lost, because your subconscious will always find a way back to the surface. So you always know where you are. So the big thing is you believe. Conflicts and things like that you deal with. This shows the man who can deal with the conflicts. Okay, if everything is going perfectly all the way along, no bother. Conflicts you can deal with. So all the time, subconscious, build on it, tell it, picture it. See you tomorrow, my friends.